E aí galera do YouTube, tudo bom com vocês? Bem-vindo a mais um vídeo de Genshin Impact. Continuando onde a gente parou, né? Que a gente vai pro grande bazar. E lá a gente vai se encontrar com a Nilou, né? E é isso aí. Mesmo time de antes, eu só tirei aquele e botei o de look. Vamos usar o de look, né? Usar um pouco de look. Meu de look é forte, tá? Meu de look é forte. Ele só tá construindo tudo no 6. Mas aquele também tá construindo tudo no 6, então, né? E ele tá com constelação. Ah, né? Vamos lá. Se tiver alguma batalha, o de look dá conta, certeza. Simbora. Vamos ver o que é que... Sim, tá em japonês o jogo dessa vez. Vamos ver como é que é a voz da Dehya em japonês. E a Nilou também. Depois que eu escutar a voz da Dehya em japonês, aí a gente volta pro inglês. A Nilou. Ela tá conversando com quem? Nossa. Hum. Voz fofa. Richa? Richa? Em japonês ela é chamada de Richa? Dehya. Ela é chamada de Dehya em japonês. Que da hora, Dehya. As lendárias. Mais ou menos isso. A parte ruim em japonês, eu curto as vozes em japonês. Mas a parte ruim é que eu tenho que prestar atenção na legenda porque eu não consigo entender tudo que elas falam em japonês. Diferente do inglês que eu entendo tudo. Aí eu tenho que ler a legenda, prestar atenção. Sabe zeros? Dehya, fala uma frase maior do que aquela que tu falou. Yes. Yes. Ah, Dehya. Ela falou pouco. Vou ter que continuar em japonês então. Ok. Cadê o palco? Esse é o palco? Gostei da voz dela em japonês também, mas em inglês eu acho que combina melhor. Tem mais pressão na voz dela. O povo não gosta do teatro, é verdade. Sacanagem. Ficam cegos e obcecados por sabedoria e esquecem do resto. Se bem que não são exatamente obcecados por sabedoria, né? Tudo que eles querem saber é que tem o que já tem numa caixa, praticamente. Eles não querem descobrir nada por si sós, eu acho. Talvez eles queiram. Eu quero ver. Nilou e Candice vão vir no mesmo banner, né? Eu vou tentar pegar Candice. Se vier uma Nilou, ótimo. Se eu perder o 50-50 e vier outro personagem, ótimo também. Porque aí eu tenho o 100% garantido pra Dehya. Se vier uma Mona, quando eu perder o 50-50, perfeito. Se vier o Tignari, triste, mas ainda tá bom. Mas né, daqui que vem o banner da Dehya. Acho que eu vou ter juntado tanta gema que ter o garantido ou não, não vai importar não. Mas quer dizer certo, eu votei a Dehya no meu time. Custe o que custar. Faz séculos que eu espero uma personagem 5 estrelas de Claymore e Pyro. De look mas eu... feminina. Uma personagem. Não um personagem. Uma personagem. Mahalu Kadebata. Deve ter sido uma bela visão. Da hora. Tem uma coisa que me incomoda nos personagens idol a partir de agora. A maioria vai ser com foco em HP%. De certa forma me incomoda, mas talvez seja melhor. Será que eles vão fazer um set só pra Nilou? Porque o estilo de jogo dela é totalmente em volta de HP% e tem um dendro no time. Como eu sei isso? Um sonho. Oh. Padsaras. Mas é claro. Pode contar comigo. Pode contar com minha presença. Você decidiu que não quer isso para diversão? É. True. Estamos combinadas. Taniazardo. Ah, tem alguém dançando ali atrás. Eu adoro essa música, cara. E agora eu posso botar em inglês. Já escutei a Dehya em japonês. Eu adoro essa música, cara. Vou deixar a Dehya por último. Que personagem linda, cara. Olha isso. Olha, olha, olha. Mano do céu. Olha esses olhos, cara. Olha esses olhos. Ah! Olha esses olhos, mano. Olha esses olhos. Tá vendo a orelha? Tipo, isso não é uma orelha. Isso é só um efeito no cabelo dela, mas... É pra simbolizar não, né? Similar uma orelha de gato. Isso me incomodou um pouco, mas... besteira. Nada é perfeito. O cabelo dela repartido no meio. Me lembrou a Amber, mas o cabelo dela é mais bonito. Esse braço dela, mano. Esse braço dela... desce aí. Esse braço dela é muito da hora, olha isso. Todo o visual dela é da hora, mano. Ué? Calma aí que é a primeira vez que eu tenho chance de olhar pra ela assim tão de perto. Então, as unhas dela tá pintadas de vermelho. Massa. Esse cinto dela é... nossa. Esses detalhes dourados nela, eu adoro esses detalhes dourados, mano. Caso vocês não saibam, minhas cores preferidas é preto. Aliás, na ordem certa. Primeiro lugar, vermelho. Segundo, preto. E terceiro, dourado. Essas são minhas 3 cores preferidas. E, né? Como podem ver, ela tem todas essas 3 cores. E até tem azul, fera. Olhos azuis, eu amo olhos azuis. Essa personagem... cara, talvez eu vire main. Provavelmente eu vou ser main Dehya até chegar a Murata. Tudo depende da gameplay dela. Se ela for uma Shang-Li 5 estrelas, aí eu não sei. Aí eu vou pensar. Mas né? Ah, tô dançando, que da hora. Tá bom, vamos continuar aqui a parada.
Things are really shaping up and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
É verdade. Um festival tem que ser música, dança, comida, alegria. Isso é o que faz um festival, fera.
Dancing at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Oh!
You know, I also danced when I was younger.
Nice.
As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord
Exato.
is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her
Com
friend
certeza.
and hold celebrations.
Os acadêmicos que são retardados, mano.
The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival.
Por que isso tá
back to
caído no
life.
chão?
I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Eu não consigo dizer o nome dela não, a garota lá. O nome dela é difícil demais. Uf! E aí, Uf, como é que tu tá? Legal, legal. Nasceu pra... que legal, mano. Nasceu pra cantar. Que fofo.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny?
Oh,
Are you an Outlander?
yes.
Do you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about to happen?
Yes.
There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy.
Oh, que da hora. Doces. Tem mais um. Vou deixar ali por último então. Vamos falar logo com a Dehya. Dehya não, Dehya. Tem que voltar a me acostumar a chamar ela assim.
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and...
Oh.
I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Aham. Nós vimos aqui agora um pouquinho do lado feminino da Dehya. Nossa, como é linda, cara. Nossa, como é... Ela é linda! Ah! Só na 3.4, né, provavelmente. Que tristeza, homem. Que tristeza. Mas tudo bem, eu espero. Mais tempo pra juntar gema pra tu. Talvez eu até acabe pegando o C1 dela. Quem sabe? Meu foco vai ser pegar ela e tentar pegar a arma dela. Se eu não tiver sorte em pegar a arma dela, eu não posso fazer nada. Mas eu vou tentar. E aí? Duni... Eita, esse nome é difícil demais. Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad.
Nilou, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
Oh?
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival.
Beautiful.
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Amazing.
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company
Faz
because we
sentido.
make all our own costumes.
É.
Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
Oh.
May I?
Oh.
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
Wait. O chifre dela não é de verdade?
Absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Que exagero, homem. Pera, o chifre dela não é dela? É só um acessório? É isso mesmo?
Is that who Paimon thinks it is?
Catherine?
It looks like Catherine.
Tá fazendo o que aqui, Catherine? Que milagre é esse?
Come to think of it,
Né?
I've never seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever
É a primeira vez que eu vejo ela andando. Eu nem sabia que ela tinha pernas.
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Uau.
What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual.
Né?
Paimon was still waiting for her to ask for Abyssos.
Nossa.
Sure.
Parece até que eu tô vendo uma celebridade, maluco.
Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same
Filme de
goddamn
Fontaine.
movie day after day.
Nossa.
But take you two, for example.
Dizendo que os filmes de Fontaine são chato.
To enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Yes.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Tibet and all that, but we're
Né?
really looking for clues about her brother.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along
Sabe
the
as
way.
palavras?
Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
Sabe Zeros?
What brings you out here?
Você também é fã do festival Sub-Zero?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here.
É,
If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies.
totalmente certo.
Oh. It looks like it's about time
Aww.
for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all.
How?
See you around.
Ela sabe que a gente tem vários elementos? Caterinas. Caterina é um mistério, cara.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Né?
Hey, traveler.
Oh. Quando essa mulher falar comigo, eu vou à loucura. Nossa senhora.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
Oh.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilou's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the citadel of Rexar.
Yes, please!
Sounds like a plan.
Mais tempo com a Dehya. Yes! É tudo que eu quero. Agora essa missão tá maravilhosa, por isso que eu tô jogando mais. Dehya! Dehya! Dehya, Dehya. Dehya. Não faz sentido o nome dela ser Dehya, cara. Devia ser Dehya. Dehya. Acho que eu vou chamar ela de Dehya. É parecido com Dehya. Não tem problema não. Dehya, Dehya. É o mesmo no final do dia. Isso não foi de propósito. Ela é o dia que ilumina meu dia. Não, pera. Ela é o sol que ilumina meu dia. Pronto. Pode iniciar.
I'm sorry, I'm late.
Sem problema.
Took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
Nossa, esses olhos dela,
A
cara.
lot nicer than when we first met, Dehya. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's
Oh.
called being a professional.
Tsundere.
I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Tsundere.
Look, Dehya's blush.
Ela ficou sem graça.
Listen, you two.
Adorei ela.
I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Essa personagem tem tudo pra ser minha primeira main, cara. Por favor, Mihoyo. Royoverse, seja lá quem organiza o Genshin aí. Por favor, cara.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Nossa, deixa ela ser minha main, cara.
Dehya, what are you doing?
Tudo que eu quero é um personagem que eu possa botar 3 coroas nele.
Didn't expect to see you three together.
E que seja pyro.
I take it you all know each other already?
E de preferência que use Claymore ou catalisador. No caso, ela usa Claymore, então, né?
No kidding.
No kidding.
So,
Hooksha.
here's Rooksha. I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you
Roubo.
can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Ok.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Dehya.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Dehya.
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the den. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
Yes.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its
Será que é a Kusanali que tá nessa caravana?
took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
Tá na hora de ir.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru.
Eu provavelmente tenho um teleporte lá, então.
Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos.
Nossa,
So
esses
the
olhos,
city's a
cara.
little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
A boca dela não tá se mexendo, fera.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you can head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
É.
If you're also interested, Just go there and see what happens.
Vamos comigo.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City.
Eles que têm que ter medo de mim.
Even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead
Rei
for
Escarlate?
hundreds of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return.
Rei Escarlate?
Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, traveler,
Rei
that's about all
Escarlate?
the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dehya, and you too, Oscar.
Dia. Ok, Dia.
Gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City. Let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Ok. Ah,
Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
pode contar comigo.
Be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Te encontro lá. Pode ter certeza que eu volto. Ah,
It's been a while since I visited the Citadel of Regzar. I'll catch up with Chief for a bit before I head back myself. He really did a lot for me in the past. Remember, to get to Port Ormos, just follow the river south from Sumeru City's port. Just be sure to take care of yourselves out there. We'll meet again at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
yes. Antes de ir, comparar os dois.
ここに来るのも久しぶりだから、おじいと少し話してから帰るぜ。
Oji.
前にいろいろと世話になったからな。スメールシティの港口から川沿いに南に行けばオルモス港に着ける。船で行くのが一番早いけどな。気をつけろよ。家臣短日にまた会おう。
É. Ambas as vozes são boas, mas eu prefiro em inglês mesmo, eu acho. Mas, cara, detalhe rápido aqui. Olha a barriga dessa mulher. Caraca, olha o sombreamento, maluco. Olha. Dá pra ver mesmo que é definido. Eu gostaria de ficar aqui te admirando pra sempre, mas eu tenho que continuar a história. A gente se vê daqui a pouco na missão. E quando teu banner chegar, você vai fazer parte do meu time. Vamos lá. Teleporte. Ali. Caraca, até aqui tem mulher dançando. What? Artista de rua. É bonito. Beleza, vamos continuar a missão. Agora será que ela vai upar dano pyro, dano crítico ou taxa crítica? Se ela não upar taxa crítica, então eu vou ter que pensar bem em como vai.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
Que dublagem é essa, fera?
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Fofoca do caramba, homem.
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy!
Né?
Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dehya told us
Dehya.
earlier, but Paimon
Dehya.
can't seem to
Dehya.
shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in
Dehya.
these crowds.
Eu diria que elas estão falando do mesmo jeito que eu falo, Dehya.
Let's get our
Dehya.
bearings
Só que, né,
and start looking
em inglês, Dehya.
We
Elas falam
know
Dehya.
whatever the Academia
Dehya.
lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on.
Aí vai
Osvan told
perguntar
us
às
to
pessoas?
try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos.
Seria suspeito ter um acadêmico aqui.
Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking
Pra chamar a atenção dos ladrões. Se a gente disser que a gente é da academia, a gente vai chamar a atenção dos ladrões e eles vão vir até a gente, em vez de a gente tentar ter que achar eles. Inteligente. Ele podia ter falado direito esse plano, mas é inteligente. Fazer os ladrões virem até a gente em vez da gente ter que achar eles, né? Ethan? Teu nome é Ethan? Ah, Ilian.
How can I help you too?
Alfaiate. Ou Elhan.
Ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever support Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos
Oh.
to loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even
Faz
harder.
sentido.
Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia.
Extravasar, né?
Over there.
Ali. Já tem alguns ali, ó.
From the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
A gente nem pode dizer que é da academia. A gente não tá nem usando a mesma roupa que eles.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
Eins, algum.
Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Oh.
Come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Oh, meio milhão?
Did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
That makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Meio milhão? Tá maluco?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that? So, what's our plan?
Vamos para a taverna de...
Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Meio milhão de moura, até parece que eu vou pagar. Eu tenho 5 milhões só, velho. Até parece que eu vou pagar meio milhão. Onde é que tá essa taverna? Tá longe que só caramba. Nem tanto. Vamos lá. Aí. O que é isso? Ah, tem um cantinho pra tirar foto.
Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Not to mention all the tasty food.
Claro que pai e mãe iria falar da comida, né? Claro.
The largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants. And everyone seems excited just to be here.
How did things end up like this?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well,
Kids?
I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Nossa senhora.
Oh, what should we do?
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on.
Curiosa, hein, minha filha?
Hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon. She's a traveler who was just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. At least for now.
Nossa.
What's bothering us is this prototype.
Que é essa coisa?
To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? Looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
Não parece muito feliz.
There we have it. The verdict is in. What a headache.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest.
Sim.
For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react.
Muito grande, fera.
But when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
Oh, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Ok. Eu tenho uma certa fama com crianças. Tem Klee, tem Diona, tem a Kiki, tem a Sayu.
No way! I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the ill little fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Faz sentido.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart.
Oh.
This carving makes me feel lost and confused. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than understood.
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Ooh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be an Aranara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all? Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanja back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos.
Mm.
He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a
Eureka
moment or something. And suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
Well, that's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was a result.
Bem triste.
We have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanja in Gandharvaville?
Why?
Doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could. Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward. Yay, reward!
Paimon. É, Paimon. Adorável de um jeito muito errado. Ali? Ok.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
You've arrived. Please take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
Oi.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Ok.
All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Scarlet King. Parece interessante.
Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
E o cara? Desembucha.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Wait, what the fuck? Não! Tá bom.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're, archaeology students!
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King.
Huh.
Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Posso pegar minha Moura de volta a forras?
This man is a fraud.
Oi.
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Devolve meu dinheiro!
Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this,
Tua boca não tá se mexendo,
I
velho.
told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Oh.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will appear that cannot be undone.
Olha só o cara.
Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy's really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast.
Ah!
First you return the 500,000 more to them.
Meu herói!
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Mr. Iman, there appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it? Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Esse bicho é do mal, hein?
He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions. He went that way. After him.
Otário.
Time to go.
Pera, cadê? Eu adoro essas músicas, mano, de Sumero. Ao Reitan.
What do you want?
Ratão.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Well, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
Besteira.
Alright. Goodbye.
Wait.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
Até parece que ele vai acreditar nisso.
Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Não sou nada mal com uma espada. Como assim, pera?
Oh, yeah! She's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Preconceito, mano.
Still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
Alright, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck.
Oh.
We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
É claro que ele vai aparecer, fera.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile.
Okay.
Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before.
Yes.
This is what you've been looking for.
Oi.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any
Oh.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha,
Faz
and wish
sentido.
to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens
Faz
and
sentido.
hapless academia students. Well, I think that
O
about
que para
sums
uns
it
é
up.
lixo é o tesouro de outro.
Ah, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Talvez possamos negociar.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Ah, ok. Que é isso? Interessante. Tem limite de tempo pra fazer isso? 33 dias, ok. Isso é a missão da Coley? Ah! Então finalmente eu posso fazer a missão da Coley. Próximo vídeo a gente dá uma olhada nisso. Vamos continuar a história.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dori, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I was her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dori's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Okay.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Porque ele não pode?
After you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Oh.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dori should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste.
Oh.
I'll prepare some funds for you.
Oh.
Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw knowledge capsules for the first time. I don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
Akasha.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Yes, claro.
Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
Eu só disse isso e é isso aí.
Here are two knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Da esquerda, tá brilhando.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Não.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight.
Oh.
That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy.
Faz sentido.
However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dori's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dori's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it.
Oh!
Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time. Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dori, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Ok. Vamos atrás da Dori.
Dori's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Ok, qual é o código secreto? É esse aqui? Não. 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 Aqui. Ok, vamos lá. Oh, ali? Tá perto.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Comprar frutas totalmente amargas.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
I'm good.
These two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me.
Okay.
You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Que vocês não escolhem alguma fruta que deixe você tonta. Pera aí, calma lá. Acho que é esse. Ok. Que coisa estranha, mano.
Like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
What? Porto Ormos.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully.
Nossa senhora.
Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dori is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? I'll hate them if we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
But...
We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
É pra eu subir por aqui assim como ele? Ok. Hello. Estátua escrota. Pra cá? Não, ele deve ter subido na escada. Ele provavelmente subiu aqui, né? Foi mais... Ah, pera aí, calma aí. Até onde eu vou ter que correr atrás desse bicho? Eu sei que ele tá me levando pra Dori, né? Que isso aqui é mais um teste, mas... Caraca, mano.
you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right.
Caracal. Adorem.
You can stop running now.
Ela até que é fofa.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But are we definitely gonna be safe here?
Era só mais um código, Paimon.
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dori. And if there's nothing else, I'll just
Oh, curti os olhos dela.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Infelizmente eu não vou poder dar tiro no teu banner.
Wait, you're Dori? I'm unsure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain?
Ooh, Pea-Brain.
I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it. I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the matcha, they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business.
Claro.
We don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree?
So
that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please knock yourself out.
Oh.
As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead, help yourselves. Voila!
Wow.
She has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics
Não,
of
obrigado.
literals. Only 3 people in all of Tevat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora. Who would want to be an expert in that topic? Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Tevat in the early Archon War period?
Oh.
With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation. Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful. 2 million Mora.
Nossa!
It's yours. No discounts. Whoa! That's a lot of Mora! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom. Alright, let's try the method that'll hit.
Visão elemental. Como é que eu escolho, fera? Ah tá, ela escolhe sozinha. Esse aqui de cima. Esses 2. Esses 3, na verdade.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality. We'll take these, please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen. I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 Mora more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora. Say what now? Hey, did Did you hear that? Spend another 100k and we get a capsule worth a whole million.
Tá bom, relaxa.
But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal? Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to all three of them. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. You've got a deal, Dori. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 mora.
Fia.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Fine collection. Oh.
Hold on a second. I thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time.
Look at that!
Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. Huh? Why? Hey, we're getting a capsule worth 1 million mora here. Don't be such a party pooper.
Ai, Paimon.
Anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dori, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your mora to Dori and doors will open.
Cada uma.
Our dealings with Dori went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham.
Técnicas de esgrima. E aí, meu chapa?
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Acho que terminando essa parte aqui eu paro esse vídeo. Já tá meio longo.
The academia's control, so naturally the academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dori went.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Ooh.
Wow. There's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or even how to find your brother?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. and it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is.
É claro.
As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos.
Por que ele tem essa espada na orelha dele? Escondendo nas orelhas.
Extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession.
Makes sense.
Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the mantra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dori is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
Nice.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dori so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dori and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
Okay.
Okay. Then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Haytham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Sure.
Thank you.
I'll teach you. Doing so right under the academia's nose is a bit problematic. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Ok. Fazer o seguinte, depois de usar a cápsula, aí eu paro o vídeo. Esse vídeo talvez fique um pouquinho longo. Talvez. Droga, tem um peixe raro ali.
All right. This place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword fighting techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule, and one after.
Okay.
While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry. I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Caraca!
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got top grades on everything. Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the mantra for this capsule?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Ou seja, ele não quer dizer a verdade, entendeu? Pois é, Paimon.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Ok. Eu pensei que não ia ter nenhuma. Eu pensei que não ia ter nenhuma luta. Oh, hello there. That was easy.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Ok. Oh. Oh.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Morrendo. E o que seja agora tornou-se parte da minha memória.
You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
Ok.
Wind Strider.
Não vi diferença nenhuma, fera.
Now, I'll start recording data again.
E?
How's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight,
0.07
increased by 0.073%.
Uau! Uau! 100 mil mora por isso, Paimon.
Dori's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dori for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Ooh. The guy has money. Olha aí, é justamente a parte que eu tenho que avançar pro dia seguinte. Deixa eu só ver se eu consigo pescar o que tem aqui. É. Não posso fazer nada, fera. Bom, galera, mas é isso aí. Terminamos aqui mais uma missãozinha. Próximo vídeo. Próximo episódio a gente vai... Oh, hello there. Hã? Tu tá indo pra onde, homem? What? What is this? Retribution! É cada uma. Bom, como eu estava dizendo, antes de ser interrompido, próximo episódio a gente vai falar de novo com a Dori, né? Ah, que isso? Ok, não tenho. Achei um, falta dois. Interessante, depois eu vejo isso. A gente vai se encontrar com a Dori e descobrir mais sobre a parada que a gente tá tentando recuperar. Derrote todos os crocodilos, what? Crocodilos? Onde é que tem crocodilo nesse... Bom, deixa eu encerrar. Esse vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Se curtiram, deixa um like. Não esquece de se inscrever para não perder os próximos vídeos. Ativa o sininho para receber notificação quando tiver vídeo novo. E é isso aí. Vejo vocês no próximo vídeo de Genshin Impact. Valeu! Falou!